and welcome to Morgan, Brayton, and Other People. Today on the show, we're delving into our guilty pleasures. Those things we just can't get enough of, but we really hope nobody else finds out about. I actually think it's kind of hard to feel guilty about anything in this age of ironic mullets and boy band reunion tours. However, I suspect I am about to reveal some guilty pleasures that the ladies are going to tease me about for years to come. So stick around, won't you? Today on the show, we're talking guilty pleasures. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Yeah, you know I'm looking at you.
So
Yeah.
It's on the block, though. They're so good.
Spice Girls is coming.
Oh,
Yeah, but
we're
no
going.
posh Spice. She's too good.
They couldn't afford her.
Yeah.
She's too posh.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of guilty pleasures, let's drink.
Yes.
Except for there's not really a lot of guilt involved, just pleasure.
Just pleasure.
Or maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Erica, introduce your attitude adjuster.
Okay, this is a watermelon ginger fizz. And so I wanted something a little bit low carb because I am a diabetic.
You guys, everybody drink. Drinking game.
Robyn wants to drink every time I say I'm a diabetic.
I mean, I'll get wasted so quickly.
Yeah, so it's got artificial sweetener, but the good kind, not the poisonous kind. But regular ginger ale because I don't like aspartame. So it's not really low carb at all. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers. A low guilt cocktail.
Oh, that's so refreshing.
That is refreshing.
I think she found the one I put extra vodka in.
That's delicious.
Okay, so guilty pleasures. We know that Robyn loves her boy bands. Is it just the one or just?
New Kids on the Block is the one I grew up with, and so now anytime I can see them. Although this last one was a little disappointing. I know that's like you're like shocking. There was a lot of fanning, like big fans, like Beyonce uses, and their shirts being ripped open. Too much even for my liking, and I love a shirt being ripped open by a pen. Just so you guys
Was
know.
it all like 35 and up, or?
Oh yeah, it was mostly women my age, and then they've dragged their young children along with
Who are
them.
like, this is so
and that's it.
embarrassing.
Oh, no, sure, yeah. But then TLC was there too, and they were amazing.
Right.
They were amazing, and Nelly, who was a bit disappointed. It's sad. I
don't like
it was
to
really,
hear
it was really fun. Though.
I guess he
like
was
that.
feeling cool in there.
Hot
Bad joke,
I think
guys.
that's
Bad jokes.
I don't know.
Hot in her.
Oh right, it's getting hot in her.
See, nobody cares about his music.
I know that song now. I just caught up. I win. What else? What else? This is the problem with guilty pleasures is that nobody wants to admit them.
Yeah, this could be the quietest show we've ever had.
In my early 20s, I had this renaissance, and I just gave up having guilt about anything that I liked. I was like, I just like dumb stuff. And I do like a lot of stuff.
You were
Maybe.
first hipster.
Because a lot of things that I like are traditionally ridiculed. I like new country. I like made-for-TV movies.
Right.
I like show tunes.
Right.
But I just
Everybody loves
like
show
them
tunes
that it's
now.
not
That's the
true.
problem.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's coming around now that like all the things that were uncool are cool now.
I mean, not all the
Well, not
things.
new
New
country,
country is
though.
I mean,
fair.
you could call
fair.
me like kind of a tastemaker.
I mean, we could, but we won't.
The Vanguard. That's it. Yeah. Who else? Somebody's got to fess up to something.
I like old country. I like real country.
So do I, but who feels guilt about that?
I feel like in comedy, like in country music, like you might as well say, like, I don't know how to write a joke. Like, if people would be looking at my CDs and they're like, no, like, that's why I say I don't admit that I like country, because people are like, you like country? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Yes. That's what I grew up on. I also really like Little House on the Prairie. Don't judge me.
I like drinking by the riverbed. Why wouldn't I like a song about it? Just an A to B.
I will throw out one. Speaking of country music, one of my favorite songs is Travis Tritt. It's a great day to be alive. And I have been known to play it on repeat when I'm sad in my house until the neighbors complain.
How does that even go? Travis Tritt.
It starts out with, I got rice cooking in the microwave. You know it's gonna be a good song. He also had a line about, think I'll make me some homemade soup. It's the best. It's the best song. I'll play it for you in the commercial break. No. You're gonna be a fan. Yeah,
You don't have
no,
to.
I will.
No,
No,
we're
I
good.
will. You're not going anywhere. You can't leave. You're gonna have to listen to my Travis Tritt. No, it's terrible.
Sounded dirty.
But
I want you to listen to my Travis Tritt.
All
Robyn's
night
guilty
long.
pleasure is
Listening to Morgan's
my
Travis
Tritt.
I think we were just going to talk about secret eating because
Oh, well, what's your...
sometimes I just like to take the peanut butter and melt some chocolate and eat it alone. Oh, that's delicious.
What do you
Like, what
melt
do you
it,
mean?
like in a bowl?
Yeah, like a slow burner.
Oh.
You
And then
know?
you just stir it up and eat it?
Yeah.
I used to buy like the bigger size tubs of like the peanut butter and chocolate, and they have those little ones now. So they make me feel less guilty about them, but I buy 4 of them. Yeah. And then I'm like, I'm only gonna have one today because I only need one because I'm just having a little taste because I'm a lady. And then like I'm surrounded by empty little things and a spoon and I'm crying and I feel bad about myself.
Okay, here's disgusting. Now that we're doing guilty pleasures, I just remembered.
I'm reminding you of guilty pleasures.
Okay, so this borderline eating disorder, I think, when I was on the road and I was trying to eat so healthy on the, you know this story. So I was on the road and I had had a few drinks and there's like, I know.
Wait, you don't have to say that at the beginning of any story.
Okay,
we just assume. We just assume.
So I had had a few drinks and I really wanted Doritos, but I was like, I just don't want to eat them. And so I fell asleep licking the Doritos and then just putting them on my bedside table. And then I woke up in the morning like so hungover, just 750 grams of
licked
Doritos. It was so gross. And also my tongue was on fire.
It was all rough. You're like a cat.
Like when you salt and vinegar chips, and the whole next day you're like, what is wrong? Oh, yeah.
Or when you're eating the salt and vinegar chips and it starts to hurt your tongue and you're
you
like,
just keep
oh, this
eating
is
it."
hurts. Really, I should stop. But you don't.
Remember Mala at your house? My little goddaughter, I accidentally gave her salt and vinegar chips because
Because it was funny to watch her eat.
had a couple
she's been eating plain chips and all of a sudden she goes, something's happening to my mouth. And like her eyes welled up and I was like, oh my God, I think
Yeah.
I
Poisoned you.
Yeah.
You were like, what's wrong with these chips, Morgan? And I'm like, they were salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah.
Okay, you're awfully quiet down here.
It's funny that we're talking about food lately. I've been really into this terrible app that's called Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama?
And I don't cook, ironically, I don't cook around the house at all, but I'm like really into this game that teaches me how to cook.
Wait a minute, so you're basically playing a video game without the
But it's
cooking.
basically like a children's game. I'm playing a children's game on a regular basis now.
So there's no cooking involved.
No
for
cooking
you.
involved, but I just like
Like it's teaching how to boil water, how to cook rice.
how to flip a burger or like wash vegetables. It's really dumb.
You don't
guys.
have
See, this is why I should never have brought it up.
No,
You're
you
all
should have.
judging
I
me
think
now.
that, but this is exactly what a guilty pleasure
You're right,
is,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean, that's when I first started to think about this topic. I was like, I don't know, I don't feel guilty about that much, right?
Yeah.
But then I sort of started thinking about, oh no, I wouldn't want anybody to know that, and
Yeah.
what would they think
Well, like
if
what? Morgan,
Well,
if you're gonna say it, like what?
I used to, when it first came on, Toddlers and Tiaras was like a total guilty pleasure. And I had my own tiara that I would wear while I watched the show and drank gin and tonics. But then I had kids and I was like, oh, I can't watch this anymore. This is horrible. But that was a guilty pleasure for a while.
I will watch every Real Housewife of any county ever, any real trashy reality TV, I could get lost in for days.
Yeah.
Like I could just watch and watch and watch and watch. And like I'll be like, oh my God, this is awful. Can you, this is so good. Like it's tragic that I could honestly do nothing else with my life but watch bad reality television because it makes me feel so good about myself.
Well, speaking of bad television, we've got to take a break. I know. Sometimes I'm like, I should do some kind of segue. There isn't one. I'll do it anyway. But we do have to take a break, and we'll be right back with more guilty pleasures here on Morgan Brayton and Other People. Hey, and welcome back to Morgan Brayton and Other People. I'm here with Cooking Mama, which is what Katie Allen has suggested we now all call you, and we've all agreed, yes. Cooking Mama it is.
That's
Cooking Mama, speaking of which, what's going on? You and Erica both have a little something on your hands going on there. Do you want to tell us about that, or should we just wonder for the rest of the show?
Well, Erica and I were both on a great show this past weekend, and the theme of the show was Bollywood. So they had a henna artist there just sort of giving everybody free henna tattoos, and I got one. on my hand.
Fancy.
Yes.
I also got one on my hand.
Well, the sign said you could put it on your hands or feet, and it felt weird about asking her to put it on my foot.
Felt inappropriate to throw my foot up
Hey, stranger,
on the table.
put something on my toes.
Yeah, maybe not. That wouldn't be your favorite place to go. Yeah.
Speaking of guilty pleasures, Erica, did you not also buy a whole new outfit for this show that you never wear again?
I will never wear it again. And I also went into the store and just walking in as a white girl, just could not say no to anything, and just was like, yes, and then I will take this and I will buy it, even though I don't really like this that much. And then the woman, I was looking at one and she walks over and she's like, that's not gonna fit you. And then I was like, okay, way to just put it out there. And then she said, I get you big. All right. All right. You just made a sale.
You didn't know your money.
Yeah. I will never wear it again. And I didn't really get paid that much for the show. So
No.
Like, are you out of pocket to have done that show?
No, not out of pocket, but I'm not in pocket. I'm at a zero pocket level. Kind of came out.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Sorry about your pocket.
That's okay. I just need to make some more friends that aren't white.
Yeah.
Guys, write all your letters to Out TV.
Attention, Erica Sigurdson. That's S-I-G.
But I did
reality show.
I did go to an Indian wedding in the summer, for which I didn't buy a special outfit.
You had planned on getting a special
I know,
outfit for us.
I'm not offended that you don't consider your outfit special for that wedding, given how much we matched.
That is true. We did match. We looked like peppermint twins.
Oh,
Yeah, we were super
adorable.
That's one of your guilty
No guilt
pleasures
about
is
that.
you like to dress alike.
Yeah,
Every
you too.
opportunity that you get. But there's no guilt. There's no guilt.
No.
Fair enough. I want to go back to, you had mentioned like Real Housewives of wherever.
Anywhere.
It's a guilty pleasure that you'll watch that all the time. TV is a big one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch infomercials. They don't do that so much anymore, but still when I catch a late night one, I'm like, oh.
You just get wrapped up?
That's the only time they come on is at night when nobody's
No,
watching.
daytime too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for housewives and women at home, yeah, there's a lot of
Or men at home. I mean, it's
Or men, sorry.
2015.
You're right. my bad.
unemployed.
But the TV is a big one, right?
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
things that you watch that you don't.
If I'm on the road, because we don't have cable at home, so if I'm on the road, I will sit in the hotel and watch Say Yes to the Dress 8 hours.
It's a brilliant program.
It's a great show.
My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
Love it.
Yes.
My God.
The one where they fix up the house and then do you love it or list it?
Oh, love it or list
I'm in.
it. I love it
I
or
am
list it.
furious when there's home shows when it could be a wedding show.
Okay.
Like, you live a place, who cares?
Is that your thing?
I love that. You would think that I was into weddings, which I am not.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that you're to say not super excited about getting married right now.
No,
and yet,
No.
Oh.
But I want to know what you're wearing to your big day.
Did you ever watch the one where the 4 brides
Yeah.
compete?
Yes.
I just watched a couple episodes today before we came here.
It's the
Never
best.
heard of
They
that.
go to each other's wedding, and then obviously whoever has the biggest budget usually wins.
Yeah, almost
then
always.
They vote.
They go, oh, that what a touching ceremony, and then they watch the wedding and go, what a piece of shit. This food sucks. And then there's always one that has, they're like, we're doing a dry wedding because, and I'm like,
does
You're
not
good,
get your
you're
vote.
you're out. Yeah, it's
I really like reruns. Like Sex and the City reruns.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh, yeah.
episode I've seen 12 times. I just find it so comforting.
Right.
Yeah.
I really like Family Feud, guys. That's my jam these
Really?
days.
It's a great
Super
call.
into the feud. It's a lot of fun. I call it the feud.
Yeah. She likes it
off
so
the
much. She
family
calls it
part.
a feud.
But Steve Harvey is a great host, and I just like the dynamic between the two families, and end up just saying a lot of dumb stuff. And I love it when people say dumb stuff.
Now, would
Especially
you
on TV.
would you
Especially
play or
on
pass?
TV.
Would you play or pass if you
Always play. The people that
Simmer
pass
down.
are
Simmer
idiots.
down.
It was just a question, Fatima. God.
I feel very passionately about the food,
Would you?
guys.
Because you have a big family.
Yeah.
Have you? Can Canadians go on that show?
No.
Really?
But you guys lived in the States for a while, so you should qualify. as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
yeah. We lived in Minnesota
lobby
for a
for
while.
this.
Yeah, we're on.
Exactly.
We're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
we'll start a
I
Kickstarter,
would pay
guys.
money to see your family.
It would be very
yeah.
entertaining. That's my guilty pleasure
Okay.
these days for TV.
Do you feel guilty about it though?
I feel a little bit guilty about how much I watch it. Yeah.
Okay,
I
really?
watch it. I watch
How
it a
much
lot.
do you watch it?
I watch it almost every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the thing with most of this guilty pleasure stuff is that it's not really that it's so terrible. It's that it's not very cool, right? Like that's the whole. It's I don't want anybody to know because it's not. I like to think of myself as hip or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak of somebody who's not here, anywhere near us. But our makeup artist, Carly, told me before the show that not only does she love teen television shows,
she does, yeah.
Oh yeah.
she reads young adult novels.
Okay.
I do that
she's
too.
like,
And 50 Shades of Grey, she read those as well.
oh,
Yeah.
she didn't even tell me.
Yeah,
she
she
didn't
told me
dare
that.
tell me
She
that.
told me that. Love
Of
you,
course
Carly.
she'd
She
tell you
definitely
that,
told me
right?
that.
But that's the thing. It's like you go, a really purple-haired, tattooed little cutie with the young adult novels. So this is, I think, what it is, right? It's like we don't want the image of us as the cool
as we are.
to be tainted or tarnished by Travis Tritt.
Mine isn't about that. I just don't want people to think that I'm really, really lazy. Really?
We all
because
think
I
that,
know
not
you do
because
now
of
because
TV.
I've shared with you so much. But no, I like when people are like, "Oh my God, I did so much today," and I'm in my head, I'm like, "What did I do today?" I got up, I made coffee, and I sat down in front of the TV for 8
Right.
hours straight.
Right.
So that's why that's when I don't tell people is because I don't want people to be like, "That's all you like. You don't have anything else to do with your time." And I'm like, "Well, I." No, so this is what I'm gonna do.
It's the indulgence period,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's that you don't, who has that much time that you can just be lying around watching Family Feud all day? But even just the indulgence of like, oh, I would eat peanut butter and chocolate melted in the. I know it sounds really
Sounds
good.
really good.
I
I
think we're all gonna do that when we go
yeah,
home tonight.
Totally. But it is that sort of like indulgent, like who do you think you are that you would indulge in that way that's frowned upon? Okay. Clickbait articles are my totally guilty pleasure.
What is that?
Those articles that are like, 10 stars that are jerks to their fans and those kinds of articles that are horrible and usually put viruses on my computer and things like that, but I have to.
And now they make you like click for each page or
Yes.
picture. You have to go to the next page and look
Yes.
at 20 different ads.
But then they have all kinds of different, they're like, there's also these other horrible
Yeah, they're
articles
like,
that you can read.
exactly.
I was looking at 13 stars who hated their co-stars, and I came across celebrities with strange body parts.
Oh my goodness.
How can you not?
what does that
and I feel
mean?
terrible. Well, I'll tell you. Carolina Kurkova, the model, no belly button, you guys. No belly button.
Immaculate
Yes, that's what it said. And did you know that Andy Garcia was born with an underdeveloped conjoined twin about the size of a tennis ball on one of his shoulders?
You know what? I
No,
did.
I did not
had
know
no
that.
idea about that. It's something like, did you guys know? No.
I feel terrible, and I feel like a horrible person for knowing that, for sharing
But
that.
is it?
for
How do you know
spreading
it's
the-
real?
Doesn't matter if it's real or not. I've just told you it's real, and then we did it on
And
TV.
it's on
now more
television,
people are going
so
to-
it's real.
And then it has a whole list of like Oprah, Halle Berry, I forget who else, who have apparently 6 toes.
6 toes is really common,
necessarily,
though.
but like,
That's
right?
really common.
But that
6
was
toes
how
is really common.
that was how it was phrased in this article.
Like third
But I
nipple.
feel like a terrible person for being like, oh, I want to know about that thing that is none of my business.
Yeah.
Is totally.
Like, what if
is-
somebody was in your house going, oh my God, did you know that Morgan Brayton had blah, 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 blah? But I don't know you have anything extra special or dirty. But I'm just saying that you do.
extra special?
I don't want your wife mad at me, so I'm not going to say a word.
No, unlike Harry from One Direction, I do not have 6 nipples. All right, we got to take a break.
nipples?
That's a lot of nipples. When we come back, we will have counted everyone's nipples and report back to you. See you back here in a minute. Welcome back to Morgan Brayton and Other People. We're talking guilty pleasures today. Now, we've explained to Katie Ellen, and I'll explain to anyone at home who doesn't get it. Guilty pleasures are things you take pleasure in but feel guilty about, that you don't want anybody else to know about. They're shameful in some way. You would be embarrassed if other people hurt them. We got it now?
I'm like a pleasure sociopath.
Nothing.
There is one thing that I do enjoy and I feel guilty about, but that's because of it's the only thing out of the things that I like that I feel hurts other people.
Okay.
And I like football, but that's like actively watching people get brain damage.
But is that the part that you like, or you like?
No, that's the part. That's the part that I feel guilty about.
Oh.
That I like this thing that perpetuates.
Okay.
No, I
I'm
think
gonna
you should just
explain it again. If you were like, I love to watch football because I really like it when people get brain damage, then we would be like, yes, you should be embarrassed about that. Just like in
that would be
football.
horrible.
I know. That's what I'm trying to.
We are getting brain
But
damage
that's not
right
the same.
now.
Right now. You feel bad about that?
No, she doesn't. No guilt whatsoever. Okay, here's a question. I read an article where someone was proposing that guilty pleasures can help you be more productive. Because if you're at work, you're trying to get stuff done, and all you're thinking about is getting home to watch Family Feud or your Harlequin romance novels or whatever, your One Direction. Harry, who I'm sorry, I have to correct myself, only 4 nipples. Sorry to disappoint you, not 6, only 4. But if that's all you're thinking about, you're not getting your work done. And she suggests take a break in the middle of the day, watch an episode of Gossip Girl or whatever it is that you got to do, and then you will be happier and you will jump back into your work with renewed vigor and actually be more productive. Thoughts?
Disagree.
Disagree?
Yeah. If you're taking time out for your guilty pleasure, you're not coming back. You're not.
Yeah, to be like, I gotta watch the next episode and see what happens.
Yeah, in today's world of like everything being readily the whole seasons of TV, why are you just gonna sit down and watch one episode?
No.
Yeah, I'm not buying that one.
Impossible.
It's totally impossible. They like hook you into the next episode.
Yeah.
If you're able to do that, you're like, there's something wrong with you.
Well, I was impressed by her ability to just be like, well, I've eaten 12 donuts and that will be, that'll do.
Click articles that you
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How many times you
Ways
have to click
to
on
do
to get to
your-
that? Here's a question for somebody that we know likes this kind of conversation. Does anybody have any kind of sexual guilty pleasures that you would normally, things you would do in the bedroom that you wouldn't want people to know about? Katie Ellen.
No, we don't like to
Intercourse. Feel pretty bad about it.
No, we didn't ask things that you don't like to do in the bedroom, but things that you feel guilty about doing.
Yep.
Still just intercourse.
Still the same answer.
Yeah, okay, got it. It'll be great when you finally come out on national television, let me just say that.
Nobody's going to share that on the show.
Why not?
I like cucumbers in my bum. I just put it out there.
I think that's a
don't.
beautiful
I'm just
thing. I
saying.
mean, that came out of that mouth pretty darn
So
easily,
quick.
Morgan.
So quick.
Oh.
Let's just.
But it came out of the bum.
I was trying not to go there. But you did. It must be because you've had 2 sips of your drink. You've gone crazy.
Flying away.
Can we just look at
down.
the levels
It's just
of
the
our
worst.
drinks and Katie's drink?
I just don't like that it's wasted on you anymore, the cocktails that we bring to
we
you.
will
Don't worry
share
about
it.
it.
Yeah,
I'll drink it.
I
I'll
don't
get
like
it.
it.
It's not a
Never
problem.
mind.
I like that
drinks
this
it.
basket of gluten was like, ooh, so guilty. I think I'm gonna have a Christmas. Meanwhile, I'm eating peanut butter and chocolate.
But you have been trying not to eat as many carbs and this kind
is
of stuff.
true.
So does
This
this not
is
drive
it.
you a little bit crazy?
The smell of the croissant. Oh, because I'm a diabetic.
Oh, cheers, everybody.
To diabetes.
Diabetes.
All right.
So good.
There is a distinct lack of guilty pleasures coming from
Because
one
I think
Ms.
mine
Erica
might
Sigurdson.
be a felony.
Okay. Then let's hear it.
I am super like my nickname is Nosy Parker. And like if I come home and there's a note on someone's apartment door, I will go and like CSI it, and I have to know what's in it. And I certainly didn't do this. This was not me that did it, but somebody that I know has opened someone's mail because
It's a felony.
It is
Stop talking.
definitely
Stop
just-
talking.
it wasn't me. It was a girl that looks like me. But it wasn't me because I thought they stole my cat. My cat went missing. My cat went.
Nope.
My cat was missing for a full 8 days, and somebody had it and called me and said, "I have your cat," and they wouldn't give it back, and it was like a hostage situation. And I thought it was my neighbor, and so
What were you going to find in her mail?
I don't know.
Like new cat food bills?
Yeah, exactly. Letters from cousins saying, thank you for the pictures of the cat.
Yeah, that's so adorable. Like what kind of detective
How's
work is
Whiskers
that?
doing?
It wasn't me, but the girl
No, but your
that
friend that
looked
was
like
helping you.
me, I don't know. Just when something comes through your mail slot, you have to open it.
It was misdelivered to you.
It was misdelivered to me.
well,
we didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's
no,
the privacy
she didn't
of your
steal
home.
mail. She just. But
But do you do
it's
other
very
things? Like you'll
complicated.
just read anything that's not yours to read, and which I'll do too because I'm pretty curious.
I have on occasion read someone's emails if they're left open in front of me or if the password is easy to guess, which it almost always is. Yes, I am the worst. Don't ever leave your phone in front of me.
I love cats a lot.
Yeah. Yours is so easy. It's just like any cat name.
Yeah.
How many litter boxes do you have? One more than cats I own.
I taught you something. You mocked, but I taught you something.
I know.
Okay, I can attest that you are nosy, and I know this because when I was over at your house recently, you showed me a gift that Jay gave you, which was, I know it is the Whisper, but yours is called something different.
What?
The headphones with the.
Oh, yes.
What?
Oh, I should have brought that.
This is great.
So
Check this out. What she has.
Jay bought me for my birthday a like Whisper. Was it Whisper 2000?
Something like
so you
that.
could eavesdrop on people.
I
Yeah.
love
So he bought it, and it was like literally it was like Happy Birthday, Nosy Parker, and
He knows you so well.
So I put it on, and I was in the other room, and I was like, Morgan, say a number, and then she was like. But like I could hear her not even through the microphone, but I should have brought
I
it
love
today.
that.
All right, that's all we have time for today on Morgan Brayton and Other People. Please do feel free to tweet us, MB and OP, and check us out at outtv.ca, and tell us what your guilty pleasures are, because we would like to hear them, especially if they're sexy. Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you next time on Morgan Brayton and Other People.
Full of shit. Nobody talked about sex at all.
I know, that's why I want them to send it in. We didn't have enough dirty stuff, but you can send it.
They can hide behind the internet.
It's like we got to.
That's right.